Hi, Coach Kahl.
Hey, how are you?
Great. Welcome back. You've got maybe a little bit of a relaxing Thursday after last night's big win in the UMAC Tournament semifinal victory over Northland College, 60-52. Tell us a little bit about that game and how important it was for your team, not only kind of a win or go home or stay home mentality, but just how your team played.
Well, we got off to a little bit of a slow start. We knew Northland would come in and really be ready to go and probably throw some stuff at us that we hadn't seen. They're a very well coached team, very disciplined team, and they did that. They played some more zone than we were used to, and we kind of got off to a slow start. I think we missed our first 10 shots or something like that, but was able to stay in the game defensively and not let them get too far ahead, and then kind of took control after that. I think we had about an 8-point lead at halftime and kept it, this 5, 6, 7 range, something like that in the second half most of the time, and is able to make some big shots. We needed to make some big shots, and take any kind of conference tournament win you can get, that's for sure.
Katie DeWitt scored 26 points. Do you get the feeling that she's not ready to be done playing basketball yet?
Yeah, she came out, she was ready to go. All of our seniors last night were ready to go. Allison played really hard last night. She got in some foul trouble, but she was really ready to go last night, and Katie made some big shots. She made some perimeter shots, which we needed from her. They did a really nice job of taking away our inside game, so we had to take a lot of perimeter shots last night, and luckily she was able to make some, Molly was able to make some, Tanya was able to make some, so that was good because we needed those last night.
You've now won 11 of your last 12 games and 3 in a row, but streaks don't really matter right now because if you win, you're done. Your only loss in the last 12 games is to Minnesota Morris, which was by 1 point on the 12th of February. That's the opponent you get to play on Saturday at their place, 7 o'clock, for the UMAC Tournament Championship. And it's not only a matter of winning the championship, but if you win that game, you punch your ticket to the NCAA Tournament. So all that being said, Minnesota Morris hasn't really seen Katie DeWitt, and not that Katie DeWitt is your entire team, but how will you approach that game as a team?
We'll approach it just like we have, any other game at this point. We have a ton of respect for Morris and their coaching staff and their players. They've had a tremendous season. Obviously, they've won 15 games in a row in our conference. They'll be ready to go. They're very, very good at home. They've got really good senior class. So we'll approach it just like we have any other game. We'll try to prepare as best we can. We'll hope that our full team can make it. We've only had, I think, 4 players on our team that have played in all of our games this year. So we're excited that we think we have a full roster going in there. And, barring injuries in the practices the next 2 days, you never know what will happen. But I know our girls will be ready to play hard, and hopefully we'll play good defense and make some shots, and hopefully it'll be a good championship game.
If you had to label 2 players to watch in that game that are not named Steph Roggenbach and Katie DeWitt, who would they be, one for each team?
I think for Morris, you would go with Emily Mayer. She's a very, very good player. A very good post player. She made a bunch of shots down the stretch against us. She scored well for them, and then they have a host of other very good players. But I think you would start there because their post game is very tough. And then for Northwestern, I'm not sure. Megan Myrie is going to have a good game, and Allison Johnson, especially defensively. And then I know I'm skirting the question here, but Molly and Tanya, if they shoot it well from the perimeter, that helps us. And then Kristen kind of runs the show for us. So they all need to play good games if we're going to go on the road and win.
You mentioned Tanya Dickey in that. She scored 16 points in last night's game. Last time you guys played Morris, you were without Katie, and she was your leading scorer. She's kind of come on as of late, and she's been very successful all season behind the 3-point line. How big of a threat could she be for Saturday's game?
She'll be a threat, no question about that. She's definitely played much better in the conference season. She's had a very, very good conference season, and we're starting to find her. I thought she made the biggest shot of the game last night to really put the game out of reach late in the game. Kristen made a good play and found Tanya on the perimeter. So she's gonna have some opportunities if we can get some baskets inside, which has been a struggle for us at times. If we can do that and create some opportunities on the outside, that would be good for Tanya. Tanya's also capable of putting the ball on the floor and getting to the basket, which she did against Morris last time with a couple nice moves and a good free throw shooter. So hopefully we can get her some opportunities and some looks and see what happens.
What would a UMAC Tournament Championship and advancement into the NCAA Tournament mean for your program?
Well, it'd be the first time in school history that we've been able to go to the NCAA Tournament in the first year that we're eligible. So that would be a cool thing. The girls have really talked about that as something they they saw our volleyball team do it, they saw our women's soccer team do it, so they want their chance at it as well. And both those teams were able to do it on the road, which was a cool thing for them. And so our girls kind of saw that and want that opportunity. And just the biggest thing for us is it's just another chance to keep playing together. And we've really enjoyed our season together. We enjoy being around each other, and as long as we can extend that and keep playing basketball, we'll keep trying to do that.
Excellent. Well, good luck, and we'll talk to you after Saturday's championship game.
All right. Thanks, Greg.